So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here and it won't quit. So I don't know if I'll be able to make this anyway or not. But anyway, let's get to it. First thing you do, save your onion. You never cut the bottom off of it. You just sort of trim around it here like this. Just enough to get that first layer broke loose. And then what I do is I come down through here and just barely scar it. That way you can remove all this peeling. You want that outer skin gone. You don't want to try to eat that. It don't do any good for you anyway. So, and if that guy drives around again, I'm going to stop him and force feed him. He's been around here pestering me for about the last 5 times. It's probably every 15 minutes he drives around through here staring at me. But I don't care. I'm not out here to be stared at. But anyway, cut this little bit top right off here like that. Now what I'm going to do, take my cast iron skillet and my little cheese grater. See that? Get one. Lays flat, not that big old boxy thing. And what I want you to do is I want you to grade that onion down in there. Now we're going to do 2 videos, because I'm going to show you how I do my blooming onion too. So be prepared for that video as well. But this is the sliders. And what you're going to do, you're going to grate off about half of this onion here. Alright. There you go. So you got a nice good bit of onion. Now the way that believe it or not, that the White Castle did, they use actually dehydrated onions, put them in some water and rehydrated them. But, you know, why go through all that? Just buy you an onion. That way you can use it for what you need it for. And I'm going to do it cheap. And people go out here and they think they have to refrigerate everything that they get. They don't have to refrigerate nothing. I go shopping every single morning and get my stuff. Look here. I went to my butcher shop and he got me 1/2 of a pound of burger. That's all you need. He can even give me a 1/4 pound if that's what you want. But you get what you got, and he opens it up and see, it's just enough to make basically like 1 good hamburger if that's what you want to make. But we're going to make sliders, so we're going to actually make 4 of them. So you take this here, you patty this down, and you squeeze this stuff out where you make yourself a nice square burger. And you flatten her out. I like mine a little bit thicker, so you know you're going to get a meal with this one. But get it out to where it's big enough to where it'll go on 4 of those little buns. And that's what I'm using. And you lay that right on top of those onions. Now what we're going to do, crank my skillet up here. Oh, I got to do this a little bit crazy today. I broke my spatula last night. So, yeah, I had to beat off all them chicks. You know, they kept trying to attack me. No, not women chicks. Real chicks. Yeah, I was at a farm. All I got was a bunch of chicks and ducks and chickens and roosters, and everybody was chasing me around. So make sure you use your pot holder. It goes right on the handle like that so you don't burn yourself. But anyway, we're going to let this all cook up here and get this thing steaming. Now what you do here is, the ideal of this here is you don't actually cook your beef. All you're doing is basically steaming it, and that keeps it. And this is 70-30 meat. It's 30% fat. So get all the fatty ones you can get. Get the cheapest burger you can find, and that's what you want to do. And the process. See these little buns right here? You can get them in the big packages, like 16 or 12 or whatever in the big packages. But this is just enough for a meal. There's 4. It's King's Hawaiian buns. Great little buns. They really are. So, don't waste your time and your effort. And it was $1.39. The meat was $2. The bread's $1.39. And the onion was like, I don't know, 45 cents maybe. I don't know what it was. I just bought one. I didn't pay attention how much it was actually. And you split this thing right down the middle. You just cut it right on through and you split them wide open. And then when we start getting cooking, we're going to steam these up here to make them nice and juicy as well. But see, you just let this whole steam this stuff. A little on the windy side today, so I'm going to put my other skillet right on top of it here. Sort of make like a lid. And that's going to help do this. But the thing is, why dirty up everything you own where you have to spend hours of cleaning up and all this nonsense? Use cast iron. I mean, all I got to do is wipe this out, add a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt if it's got something on it, add a little bit of salt to it, a little bit of rock salt, scrub it out, clean that sucker up, and be done with it. Oil it back up, put it back in your pot where it belongs, and you'll be just fine. Whew. I don't know why, but my little thing here got very hot. Oh, it's on fire. I had it in the fire. Check that out. But anyway, it's not going to be on there long. But anyway, like I say, get back to life. Guys, save your money. I mean, you go out. You know what that little girl did for me too? Check this out. She said she wanted to try to put a smile on my face. Believe that? Like I don't smile. She thinks I'm a grumpy old man. I'm not no grumpy old, well, maybe. Alright, whatever. But she got me a little bit of candy and told me Happy Valentine's Day. She says, you know what? Knowing you, Lord, you probably ain't got no Valentines, that's for sure. You're too grumpy for anyone to love you. I'm like, well, thanks a lot. But that's all I do is love other people. I don't understand that. Saved my life. But whatever. To each his own and their own opinions, right? But anyway. Yeah, it just goes to show you. You can actually have a decent meal. And yeah, you can even make it right in a parking lot. I'm hanging right off the door of my van. I'm not out in the parking lot. I ain't got my chairs all scattered out nowhere. When I get done, I'll eat it right over yonder. That's what I'll do. Well, let's check this thing out. See how it's steaming there? Oh yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. Set that pan down there for a second. Since I already used this, this is going to be my spatula for the day. Hey, use what you got. Why have to clean 3 things? So you flip that over there. Continue on letting that cook up. Don't that look good? Sure it does. You should have saw these patties that they had. And they weren't even, they're almost as bad as the ones that you got there at White Castle. At least White Castle, you can get them for like, what, $1? I don't even think they cost that much, do they? Probably 50 cents. But anyway, yeah, what do? You gotta love them anyway, right? You gotta make a living too, I guess. But guys, if you do go out and you get something like that, be kind to the waitresses. They're just good old folks like ourselves. They're just out trying to make a living too. So just be real good to them. Ain't no sense in being all grumpy and mean to them. Because they just working like a working stiff anyway. Hey, that's a good way to actually make some money on the road too. Just go by and work as a waitress or a waiter or something for a few weeks until you get bored and travel on if you have to. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil here into this, just so it don't start burning my pan. Yeah, I took this down about where it's a medium, maybe a medium well. You really don't want to burn it or cook this well. You want it to have a little bit of flavor. Yeah, I want you to cook this and enjoy it and have a good time with it. I believe me. You can do that. You can have a good time with the food. And you can eat comfortable. Remember, this is food your grandma and your great-grandma grew up on. This ain't gonna make you fat. Stay away from all the flour products and all the chemicals that the government seems and everybody wants to keep putting in your food. That's what's killing you. That's why everyone's dying with arthritis and all kinds of nonsense. Like I said, just be careful, alright? Alright, so what you do on these buns, you break these little suckers apart, put them up there, so let them start steaming up. Scatter them other ones around too. Alright, steam them up as well. Let them cook in. Because remember, you want them cooked up. Got my little plate. Yeah, I broke it the other day. But anyway. That's the way it goes, right? Alright, so what you want to do is pull these buns off. Well, I'll show you what to do with these in a minute. Grab your little pan holder here so you don't hurt yourself. And I want you to cut this burger just to fit these. Like that. See how easy that was? Now what I want you to do is to lift this up. And we're placing it on the plates. Alright. That's what we're doing. And I'm just Flipping them right over on the plate here. Yep. Soak up a little bit of that juice down in there. So many people, even when they fry up burger and stuff, spend all that money for that food, and then they end up draining it off, rinsing off their beef. Really? I mean, come on, that's all that flavor you just paid for. The least you can do is eat it. Like I said, that fat ain't going to kill you. I'm going to turn this almost off for just a second here. Take all those other onions there. Just sort of sprinkle on the top. Alright. Now see what you do. Just take these buns. That's right. Yeah, get the rest of those onions and stuff. Yep. Get as much of those onions as you can there. That's what's going to make you a good meal. Alright. Now, like my motto is, before you go any further, you got to clean your plate. You got to clean your skillet. And you just scrape this out. Turn your heat back on if it sticks like that. Turn your heat back on. Get her all back up there nice and hot. And you deglaze your pan. That's just a little bit of water left over in one that I was drinking. And you start just scraping it off. Take it around. Normally you would make like a roux or a gravy out of this, but that's not what I'm doing. If I was just making like a hamburger steak or something like that, I'd just let all this goodness cook down, make me up a nice gravy to go on top of whatever I was eating, potatoes or whatever. Yeah, get you a couple paper towels and just wipe it out. Scrub it out. Just that easy. See? Nice and clean. So anyway, let's finish this off here. I'm going to show you how I dress them. Now, let's get our burgers back up here where we can see them. Just pull them right off the side here. Remember how I always told you that you didn't need to go out and keep big old bottles of ketchup and mustard and all that nonsense. No. Here's my pepper. Get a couple of these little pepper things and just pepper them up and season them up. Alright. Get you a little mustard packet. See? Peach each one. Now I normally don't eat a lot of pickles, but on these I like pickles. So instead of trying to keep even a small jar of pickles, you know, what I do is just I go down here, and sometimes if I'm in a great need for a pickle or just want to have one for a taste, and a lot of your stores, they sell them just one pickle at a time. You can buy actually one dill pickle, believe it or not. Today my store didn't have just the one dill pickle, which was like 75 cents, but they had these. They were just little dill slices, so I bought me up a little package of that. Very well, I can still keep those in there. You gotta have one pickle on each one. Come on, guys. Them smell good. Nice garlicky smell. Them really smell good. Taste one of them by themselves. Oh yeah. Voila, guy. Over there they only give me 3 sliders. Here I got 4. And with the pickle and everything, I probably ain't got $5–6 in the whole thing. And with whatever I got left over, I'll also be able to have my onions and my onion rings. Because stay tuned with the rest of that half-eyed onion. I'm going to show you my take on the bloomin' onion. So for that one, have a great day, guys. See ya.